First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll send the tight end in motion left. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Third and goal, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews. Touchdown.
I had a
7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Oh, that'll be incomplete. No, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Out of the gun, Goff. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 6-0 our score after one. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 67 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. And Charles, oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss left to Montgomery. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That goes
All the receivers in
under.
the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point forthcoming. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Complete to Wright. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Goff.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Goff now looking to throw. Wright's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Play action. Now Jackson out to his left.
That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
To throw is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Here's a diving catch right side. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Again, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Jackson. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here's Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
I thought he was going for Zay because he kept on passing to Zay.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Dancing away at the 35. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw is Goff. Left side.
That boy, Amy.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David
Good block, Gibbs. Good block.
12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
I'm not
Jack,
sure I know who this
Jack,
guy
you
is
almost had that, Jack.
Right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Jackson now.
Not today,
For
Tom.
the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Kobe Joseph is the best cornerback in the league.
The Lions are going to take
Oh, free safety,
possession as they
but
got it at
running
the
back.
42-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together.
I want Gibbs the whole game. They didn't give me.
Right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet. Did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Did a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Back to throw. Goff.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Now Montgomery running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they
See, Montgomery is a bruiser
back.
back.
A loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
So, like,
Goff now looks to throw. Trying for right, and it's intercepted.
okay.
Picked off by
Goff.
Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
You would have to say if he picks it up,
Here's Jackson.
game over. Okay.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Here's 1st and goal.
Jackson.
And it's caught.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Go, son.
And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
He's got right on the short throw.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive.
Deep shot.
He takes advantage of it. The completion
Yeah, he's
sets up a
open.
manageable second down.
Now it's Goff.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I think you
Carlton Davis.
Back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception.
I don't know why we traded him.
A quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times.
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Goff now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Goff.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? Is your choice.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated, and if you're a receiver, you're...
Yeah, you was quitted. Sorry, buddy. You was quitted. Bye-bye.